Welcome to Optimal Timelines. My name is Sean, and this is going to be your monthly Tarotscope readings for November 2023 for your North Node by sign and house. Now, we're going to break up the readings this month into two segments. So, this reading is going to encompass the first half of the month from the 1st to the 15th. And then on the 15th, there'll be another set of readings for you to watch. I started to do this because it seems like it's much easier for people to track their month this way. Now, if you're new to the channel, the reason I use your North Node in tarot readings as opposed to your Sun, Moon, or Ascendant is that it's recognized in astrology that your North Node is your North Star. It's what you're here to learn and experience in this lifetime. So it's much more relevant to your everyday life and much more accurate in readings. So with that, let me connect to the energies and we can begin our reading. I call upon my spirit guides and guardians and the wisdom of my ancestors to bring forth the information that's true and correct for all who see this reading, that it may bring them the most beautiful, happy life possible and set them on their most optimal future timeline. So may it be. Okay, Capricorn, North Node or North Node in the 10th house. This is going to be your November 2023 Tarotscope reading for the first half of November. Okay, so the card that popped out for you for your theme for the first half of November is the Five of Swords. And what I'm seeing here is that this is going to be the first half of November is going to be a time for you to really develop resilience, toughness, and the ability to kind of set boundaries. I feel like you've gone through a situation or will the beginning of this month where it's almost like someone was maybe being someone or some people maybe mean or unkind to you. It could be like just something not nice, like being mistreated in some way. And it's almost like with a malicious intent for some of you, okay? But something that wasn't pleasant that you've gone through. And what you're being told to do here is a couple of things. Really embody one main aspect of your Capricorn North Node or North Node in the 10th house, which is, toughness, perseverance, and resilience. Being a Cancer South Node or South Node in the 4th house, Cancer energy is resilient in a lot of ways and can be tough, but they're tough in a different way. Maybe they allow themselves to get injured emotionally, but then they move on. So there is a toughness there. But this is saying like really kind of setting boundaries. And I feel like this thing that happened to you is nothing that you deserved per se, and that is something that should happen, but it's almost like it's happening because it's a training thing and you've maybe left yourself open to this, and this is really kind of hurting you into like a new you, a new self, okay, into a new area of life, and it doesn't feel good. So first off, your timeline cards are, you've got the Knight of Cups upright, you've got the Ten of Wands, and you've got the Nine of Cups. Now, this is a situation that can really get you very far on your life path in a positive way. And the way you want to handle it is you're coming into this energy with the Knight of Cups, the open-hearted romantic dreamer, someone who has, emotional intelligence. And I feel like part of this too is because of like a lot of you have this beautiful like inner beauty and softness in, deep inside you, or it's almost like this light that you have. And if you've noticed a lot through your life, there have been people that have tried to like squash or extinguish that light in you. It does not feel very good. So that's one of the reasons why it happens, because it's almost like you kind of wear your heart on your sleeves a lot of times. So what this is saying is that whatever the situation is, you've learned once and for all to set boundaries, especially with this situation and this person or people or whatever. You're like, no more, they're not going to do that. But see, it's a tricky thing, because over the years I've seen people that need to go from being too open to setting boundaries, and then what they do is they put walls up and they cut themselves off from people in the world as a protection. So it's a very tricky thing. The best way I can describe it is, go through life um, like yourself, open hearted, go through with the beautiful energy that you have inside you of your Cancer South Node, or your South Node in the fourth house. Okay, that beautiful emotional connection. But just be more wary that if you get any indication, like, because you'll know when you feel something that's weird, like someone says an offhand comment, like all of a sudden, and like you feel it, but then instead of just going, oh well, whatever, and then it builds up, and then they really get you on something. Okay, when you first feel that, because you have that emotional intuition, that's when you set up boundaries, and you're like, so let's give an example. So let's say, like, you're with somebody, and they could be a family member, someone close, um, someone new. It doesn't matter. They say something that you're like, what? Like, that was not nice. Let's say they say or do something that's not nice. So what that heads up you get, you can call them on it by setting boundaries. You say, like, why'd you say that? Oh, you're just being too sensitive. No, why did you? And then you might have to even say, like, yeah, like, let's say someone said something and you're supposed to go there with someplace with them. And you're like, on second thought, I'm not going to go, you know, and then you're setting boundaries. You're like, if you're going to be that way, you're training them, like, you can't treat me that way. So you don't have to like fully blow them out of your life. But that's what this is doing. That's getting you to train to set proper boundaries without cutting off that beautiful heart energy that you have. Now, this with the 10 of Wands is part of your soul path, and this is kind of heavy lifting, meaning that this isn't easy. To be a Capricorn North Node, or a North Node in the 10th house, it's about shouldering a burden. It's about taking responsibility. It's about like work and going towards something. Definitely taking on burdens and setting boundaries and being able to do that. It is work, and it's like it is you are taking on burdens. Here's the thing. Okay, here's the great thing. When you do this and you shoulder the burden and you say, I'm going to set boundaries, I'm going to move toward my Capricorn 10th house, I'm going to go out into the world. I'm going to be, emotionally tough, and mentally tough. I'm going to, like, go toward those things. The thing is that you will be rewarded emotionally, mentally, and financially. Okay. In all ways in your life, you have the wish card. So by doing this, it's not like you're doing it for nothing. When we follow our path, you see that the more you do it skillfully, you get huge rewards. And I feel like for a lot of you, if you can navigate this situation skillfully, you could find yourself at the other end of this, like I'm talking about in the next 3 months, really, really getting further ahead in your life and really feeling like you're working toward your wishes and dreams, coming true. But it is important to remember you're always supposed to incorporate that Capricorn 10th house, energy of Saturn, which is responsibility, it's strictness, it's being, it's like growing a backbone, being strong. Saturn rules the bones. So it's like, structure, it's all of those things. When you move toward that energy in your life, even if it doesn't seem appealing, when you start to do that, you're going to start to see the rewards. And especially too, the other thing about shouldering the burdens with this is that really start to think about, um, where you can move toward more success in your life. Like, is it you want to get further your education? Do you want to go back to school? Have you been thinking about, like, asking for a promotion, or maybe putting your resume out there and getting another job? Like, really think about everything that, you know, the business world or the world of success has to offer. I know for a lot of you that have this North Node, and I'm aware of it too, because my North Node's in Cancer too. Sometimes the world of success out there doesn't seem, like very something that we want to do, because we care about, emotions, family, closeness, and all that, which is really important. But this is about you becoming strong within yourself, so you can get more things out of life emotionally, and financially, in the physical world. Okay, so by doing that, you're actually gaining something. Okay, if that makes sense. Now, your advice cards are, you've got the Four of Pentacles reversed, and you've got the Three of Swords. So this is a very clear message. Okay, your heart gets hurt because the boundaries aren't set. It's as simple as that. When you set boundaries, proper boundaries that allow you to interact emotionally with people, but you don't allow the bad and mistreatment to come toward you. You don't let the bad in. What happens is you get protected. That's your win. Because you see here the Four Pentacles. Okay, the Pentacles are, down below his feet, protecting his midsection, protecting his head, all around him. Okay, and it's reversed. It's time to set these boundaries. Okay, because you're leaving yourself, for a lot of you, you could be leaving yourself open too much, emotionally and mentally. And again, whatever this, like, not so nice situation is, it's just getting you to do that type of a thing. I always like to use this analogy in different ways, but the energy of uh, Cancer South Node into Capricorn North Node it's kind of like the baby bird that, the mother's trying to get them to fly, and then one of the brothers takes off out of the nest. Okay, yay. And then one of the sisters takes off out of the nest. Yay. And then maybe another sibling. And this one baby bird doesn't want to go. So what has to happen is the mother will, at some point, toss the bird out of the nest, okay, in order for it to fly. Now, so with this energy, sometimes it seems like life can be really harsh and cruel, okay, with it. But it's only if we resist. We have to, like, jumping out of the nest is like going toward that Capricorn 10th house energy. Okay, you're getting out of that comfort zone. Okay, that's all this is. And you're toughening up. You're shouldering the burden of going out into the world. Okay, and when you do that, you're going to find, on every level of your life, you're going to feel much more success. Okay, so that's really all this is. And really go out there and, be strong, incorporate those Capricorn 10th house energies, and you're going to find your life can transform for the better very, very quickly. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. I hope this reading was helpful to you and you found some value in it. If you have any questions in your life, personal questions that you would like answered through a tarot reading, there's going to be a link in the description box below. I also analyze astrological charts, and I can do a soul path reading to tell you what your personal soul path is. Check out my website for more information on that. And remember, watch 2 videos. You're going to want to watch the video for your North Node by sign and the one for your North Node by house. Okay, so with that, I'll say thank you. We'll see you on some more videos. Part 2 of November is coming out in the next couple of weeks, so watch for that. Many blessings.